Christina, let's just go back for our listeners a little bit and just explain what is your profession in the medical field? What do you do?
Hmm.
And you're a
Yeah,
mother, obviously. So
I am.
let's just
Yep.
go back, give them some context about who you are, what your qualifications are, and kind of how you oozed into this.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of what I do for my career, I'm a registered dietitian and well-being strategist, health coach. So, I mean, that's what I do is listen to people, really figure out what's the core issue, and it's not for me to decide where they need to go. I mean, they tell me where they're at. I need to understand where they're at right now with their health. I
Hmm.
need to understand where they want to go. Again, that's not for me to decide. I need to be on the same page for that. And then my job is to bridge them from where they are to where they want to be, their vision. And so, firstly, I need to really make sure that I have the same vision for them because often, as a well-being coach, I see and envision something a little bit further than they might be envisioning for themselves because I know what's possible for so many people. And
Right.
so I see that maybe before they do, but that's not up to me to decide what they're wanting from our interaction.
Well,
Um,
evidently you want the school board to have a healthy diet, a good policy, right?
no,
And
well, George,
right?
it
I mean,
transfers over. It transfers completely over to
yeah,
academics. Like, where are we, and where do we want to be? And that's up. The kids. The kids get to decide. They're deciding as they go through life what success is, and why do we define that with certain things. But at the same time, that's a huge point right now. Is that we didn't even do that the testing, the standardized testing that needed to be done.
hmm,
We don't even have those. I remember them being canceled during the mandates, during the lockdowns, and I understand it. Like, I understand, like, well, poor kids, we've been through so much. Like, it's not, you can see it that way. Um, but we also did a huge disservice to them and for us to know where we were, because how are we going to know? How are we going to know what happened from before the mandates to when the mandates happened? And how are we going to know where we are now from when the mandates happened, when we don't have the strategized testing? But this is to par with all of the issues, I think, right now, is this whole, like, making everyone feel really good, or make people feel really comfortable, when that might be nice, but that's not kind. That's not what's best for our kids. Like, the truth is what they need. They don't need some facade of reality. They
hmm.
need truth. And so,
Well, at
yes,
an age appropriate level, though,
Yeah.
right?
well, you're
At an
talking about
age,
something much different. Like, let's talk about, just like you're talking about, like, let's get into that. But
yeah.
I'm talking about even just numbers, like literacy and
Mm.
mathematics skills, like academics, like, even that alone, with not testing them. Why not test them and say, we had a really sucky year, a really sucky 2 years.
Mhm.
It really hit us, but let's do the test. We got to know where you're at. And what a great learning opportunity for them for life, right? This is
Hmm.
real life, where it's not a failure. This is what a great indication of what testing is for. We
Mm.
need a marker. We need a marker, and then we can go from there. And when the kids, if they fail and you know what? We assume they're going to fail miserably because of the crap, the circus show that was of the last 2 years. We
Mhm.
assume that, but we don't even know that to be true. What if they did better? That would have been very telling. What if they did not so much different than before? That would also be very telling for us. And
Hmm.
worst case, they fail miserably, which was what was expected anyways. And then we get to tell them, circumstances change our reality sometimes. And that's a great learning. That's real. If I learned
I
that before
agree.
university, I would have saved myself some physical, like bodily harm, because, like, I physically was unwell because of how stressed I was through
Yeah,
fear of
well, and
failure and
you and
all of
many
that. And if
other parents that we hear from, let me tell you, we have been